Okay, back to these motorcycle parts. I wanted to get them in primer last week, but it just didn't happen. Show you what I got here. This is just a little filler piece. This goes between the, basically kind of like that, between the fender and this saddlebag. It just had a nasty chip in it. I got that feathered out. I'm gonna prime it. And we had obviously damage here. The worst of it as far as major damage. And what I mean by this was actually split. In that other little video, you can see where I use those metal staples, metal stitches to stitch this back together. And it's been repaired inside and out. It's just as strong as it ever was. This is the inside of the saddlebag, so you really don't see any of this, but it's fine. I mean, it's got, like, it's molded this way, it's shaped that way, but it's fine. And then the top of the saddlebag, the problem, people, is, okay, this gray paint I put on here, this was silver. If you go back and look at the other color change project on a Harley, you'll see it was silver. The problem is, right from the factory, now I'm not exaggerating, there must be 6 or 8 different layers of silver paint. And I don't know why. I don't know if it got messed up at the factory or what. So when you get a chip in something like that, all the way down through the plastic, which is what that is, you almost have to put filler in it because there's so much paint on there. And I've got this feathered out. So every part that had silver paint on it was like that. So this is another one. And then I'm also dealing with, I have to put this stripe all back on there. So to make things easier, I hate to use the word easy in this project at all, but you remember I've already taken pictures of this design and everything. I'm gonna try not to lose it so I can kind of follow it. In a future video, you'll see that. Basically, what I'm getting ready to do now is put several coats of really high build primer on these. You see I got some filler and then done some feather edging. Excuse me, getting a little tongue tied this morning. So basically I'm getting ready to prime it now. Probably won't film any of that. I'll shoot a picture of it when I'm done. Anyway, I'll keep this short as possible. Okay. All the primer's been shot on this. Now I've got to block all this primer off. And then you can see a little bit of the outline of the stripes I got to put back on there. Like I said, I'm just going to make a quick video on this. So now I'm just going to block and sand all this primer, and I may need to prime it again. We'll see. Well, the saddlebag's all sanded. I'm going to put another coat of primer on the saddlebag. This oil cover, it's not an oil cover, it's a side cover. It's going to be fine. And this little filler piece, it's going to be fine. When I say fine, I don't have to reprime it. The saddlebag, on the other hand, everything blocked out, almost everything. I know I'm going to have to reprime it, but there was just a slight dip in this back here, and it was going to show up. So anyway, I just mixed up some super lightweight body filler. And put in there. It's more like an icing. It's a real fine, it's got like glass beads in it. It's really fine. Sand's nice. So I'm gonna block that out and reprime this. So anyway, just a little update. All right. I got that spot with that real lightweight filler. I got that straightened up. And it's so beautiful outside today. I'm gonna go ahead and prime this right outside. I apologize, the fire whistle's going off. Those of you who live in towns with volunteer fire departments, you know what I'm talking about. So here we go. I got my El Cheapo primer gun, works just fine. All right, there's one coat of primer on it. This is a different primer. This particular primer is made by Matrix. I use it a lot at home. It's direct to metal.